Alright, let's start this off. Update to the ACBA MLC Fantasy League. Venom, which is my man Tony, he's leading it 3-0. Myself, you already know, Nightmare's leading it. Well, I'm second place, 3-0. Mugslugger, hey buddy, you were talking that trash. What happened? 2-1. Midway Monsters, I believe that's Slings a Web. I gotta remember these guys. Mavericks, Dirkified 14, he's 2-1, 5th place. Chargers, Marvel Merc 1-2. The Herman family, damn, I can't remember who those guys are. Empire, I think that's Ian, he's 1-2. My man Rick 0-3, and the Hawks, KJ Hulk 0-3. Step your game up. Alright, but we still got a long ways to go for football, so let's get into Super Sunday, guys. Alright, here we go for another Super Sunday. Now, earlier in the week, I went to go get my comics and had that feeling, you know, maybe I should stop by the store. Maybe they have something. You know, you always got to go with your gut. And surprise enough, they had some good stuff for me there. So, at the start, yeah, for my McFarlane collectors, able to find my boy McFadden. I was actually shocked. I didn't even, you know, a lot of people have hit me up with offers to pick this figure up for me, but I was like, no, let me hold off, because it's going to be my area, just because I didn't want to, you know, really pay for the shipping. And sure enough, you know, waiting is persistence, and it pays off. So, got my boy McFadden. He's having a big year this year. The boy's killing it. And the new Marvel Universe wave. So, we got Darkhawk right here. This is one I was really excited for, just because I really like that paint scheme on him. And it's one of those obscured characters. And of course, Steve Rogers, Captain America, dope. We got Ultron as well. Now they did have Submariner there, but I had to pass on him for a minute. And of course, now this, they didn't have X-23 there at the store, but this one is actually from my boy Configure. So a big shout out to my boy Configure. I had an extra Captain America, so we made a little trade for it. But you know what? I'm gonna crack these things open and see how I really feel about them. Alright, so we got them all out of packaging. Now this is a really nice wave, cool characters. I know 2 characters they've already been used, the Ultron here and then Submariner of course, but for the most part this is a great wave. There's some beefs I have with this wave, and basically Marvel Universe and all. We'll get to it real quick here. We got, okay, X-23 for example, great sculpt. I love how they used the newer kind of mold. As you can see, we got the thigh swivel, and they even got the ankle pivot, and just look at all the detail they added on these little clips right here, little belt on the boots, really nice detailed. The one thing this figure is lacking, which I think really hurts this figure, this would have been a perfect figure to me if it had the toe claw. I think that's a really crucial element for X-23. You know, it really separates her character in the comics compared to anybody. You know, that toe claw. I just think not having that is just a big letdown for me. Now I know some people will probably live without it, but I just can't give it that, you know, perfect figure without that. It would have been just great. Darkhawk, beautiful paint. This blue with this purple and black mixed in is just awesome. I really like this claw that he came with. That is cool. The wings are really nice. The problem with the wings are they don't stay on too well. One little bump and they fall off, but one of my biggest letdowns is this figure did not get the newer mold, as you can see, like Steve Rogers here. I just think with Marvel Universe, it should, you know, want to go to that next level. I think all the characters now, figures, they should get this newer mold. This is where it's at, with that thigh swivel. Even the hips are a lot better than these older styles. It's just one of those things where I just get let down, like, why can't we get that? I mean, you don't want to go backwards, you should be wanting to go forward, and that's what kills me with the line. Now I look at G.I. Joe, you get a lot more. I mean, even for less. I mean, those figures are a little cheaper, but, and then Star Wars at times you get a little bit more, not too much, but you know what I mean. You just want to get the new style. But all around, this is a really cool figure. That face sculpt is nice. Love that helmet. Steve Rogers is an awesome figure. great mold. Even these little protective leggings right here came out really nice. It comes with a gun. Another disappointment for me is that he didn't come with the photon shield. I think that would have just made this figure just stand out so much better. Now, I always compare these kind of figures now. I don't compare to bigger ones, but I compare the smaller ones to like the Cable. And this one, I still got to give it up to Cable. Just the fact that he came with a little bit more and just all around cool detail. But this is an awesome figure. Really is. I just wish he had came with the shield. Ultron, you know, I know they went for the newer modern look with the green instead of the red, but you know, it's not a bad figure at all. I like the mold that this Ultron comes with. It's more like, you know, it gives you the Android feel, you know, but I don't know. It's just one of those things where, you know, you just love to hate. I just can't help it. I mean, I'm a huge Marvel Universe fan. I just want them to take it to that next level. A couple Mattel pickups for the week. Got the black Vulcan figure here. So this, I only need one more left to complete the Apache Chief, which is Samurai. So hoping to get that pretty soon. And then I'm far behind now. I still need to get wave 17 and of course wave 19, but all in due time. And for my boy Sean, big good looking out for the Leech figure. It's one of those figures I paid him for, and he had an extra one, so I'm gonna open this bad boy up. I definitely think Masters of the Universe has been bringing it really hard this year, and what they have planned for next year is just incredible. But yeah, if you have not got onto this line, I think it's about time you need to. These figures are made for the adult collector. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things that has just grown on me tremendously. When you get one of these figures, it's like an addiction. You got to get more, because these things are phenomenal. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, so cool. It's almost an exact replica, but you know, with a modern twist to the old style toy, except for it doesn't have the toy gimmick, but it looks like he would, you know, if they did, because he's got this hole in his back of his throat. But super cool. This is a really clean figure. It's nice to have another one to add to the Horde next to Hordak. So once again, big thanks to Sean, boy. Thanks for hooking this up. Alright, so this was a piece I got done from Collecticon Studios. Came out fantastic. I really liked all the detail he put in there. The whole cave style itself just, you know, just has that feel to it, real grit. Just real cave-like. I mean, this is really cool. The color design is perfect. Added all these little monitors in here. I probably will add, you know, a little something else to it, put my own little twist on it, since I have a few props and everything, but all this other little detail just really adds to it. You see all these little gizmos and stuff. You see like little grates right here, cage here, which I'll probably add some weapons on there. It just came out really nice, and you can see it works both for the 3-inch and of course 6-inch. So really gotta give big thanks to Tony for this. Now I know there's been some controversy about, you know, Collecticon Studios. I can't speak on that, you know, for say, because I haven't had, you know, a real legitimate problem with him personally. But you know, I think from what I've heard, you know, more of the I don't know, the people skills needs to be worked on. But other than that, you know, I have no problem with Collecticon, Tony and Dalen. But hopefully they can work everything out and get this community back on track. Oh, and another thing I didn't mention is how big this thing is. This thing, you know, this one isn't for the DTOF case. You can see it's a lot longer than that. But, you know, this is really cool. Alright, well, let's get into it with our must-own portion of Super Sunday. Now, if you're a Marvel Legends collector, you claim to be one, this is a figure you cannot pass on. This is such an awesome figure. The Hulk Buster here, this was from that legendary Riders wave, which, you know, wasn't a strong wave, but this guy really made up for it in a major way. Such great articulation for such a big size of a figure. You know, I don't know all the points to him, but he's got articulation, you know, where it counts. Phenomenal figure. Fun factor, of course, with a lot of the Iron Man figures, you got the helmet that pops off, and pretty nice Tony Stark in there. You can see all the workings in there. But this is just an amazing figure. He runs maybe the $40 to $70 range or so, which isn't bad, but Like I said, this is a must-have figure. If you are a Marvel Legends collector, go get this figure. Okay? Go get it right now. Go on eBay. Alright, DCUC must-own figure. We have Deadshot. This was, at the time when it came out, probably my favorite DCUC figure. This thing had everything going on for it. Just cool all-around fun factor, especially with the arm gauntlets, or gun, I would say. One of those unique features. Of course, the face sculpt was really nice. It's all around paint scheme. I really like this kind of mesh style clothing right there. I thought this piece came out really nice. I guess that would be an extra ammo. I'm not too sure, but all around just a really cool character. When this one came out, it was a really sought after figure. I think I own like 3 of these guys. Got to get some more too. So definitely must get. Do not pass on this. He's probably up there now around the $30 to $40 range, but still, pick him up if you can. Well, you saw one Hulkbuster. I'm gonna give you another Hulkbuster, Marvel Universe, but basically Iron Man line Hulkbuster. This one is another one of those amazing must-own figures. When this figure came out, it was super hard to find. This thing just eluded me for the longest time, but eventually he was everywhere. But a fantastic figure. This thing has all just amazing detail. I mean, look at all that stuff he's got going on there. I guess the only downfall is that he doesn't have a removable helmet, but that is all good. You can see the ports on him as well. Fantastic figure. Really, really must own. And that's the good thing about, you know, like the Iron Man line. They all, you know, still work with Marvel Universe. It's all that same family. So definitely get this figure. And you guys wanted it, you got it. Very close race, but Gorilla Grodd is the first up for Lex Luthor's Legion of Doom. Now we all know this relationship won't end too well, but for the meantime, they're gonna stick to the plan. You gotta have intelligence, you gotta have power. Gorilla Grodd can do it all right there. So, alright you guys, next week, don't forget, put your vote in so who you want to see Lex Luthor recruit next week for the Legion of Doom. And once again, thanks for tuning in. It's Super Sunday. Alright you guys, peace.